I am a consumer of fashion magazines and movies and so many aesthetics, and I'm constantly talking about why things matter or why they are important to me, or trying different film cameras that people are dying to do, but they're so expensive. And so how can I give you that experience in one tap in the app or things like that? So for me, that is authentic, is creating art and trying new things and pushing my creative limits. And I hope it always will be, because that's kind of why I fell in love with doing this in the first place.
How much of those other, forms of inspiration, like you're talking about, impact the either filters that you're putting out, allowing people to use, or the different services that you're allowing them to try out on the platform? Where are you pulling that inspiration from to decide like what physical offerings you're going to be able to give people moving forward? Totally.
I mean, a lot of it is I'm watching what people are doing, like just on social media in general. I'm like, okay, is this a trend? Is this what people are liking? I never want to make something just because it's going to be a quick trend. I'm like, is it going to be timeless and something you're going to like down the road?
Right.
And that's like the key metric. If it hits that, then we can build it. We can try and make it. But I truly have always been very passionate about film photography. And I mean, I grew up just collecting as many images as I could find and get my hands on, because I feel like, I don't know, there's something nostalgic about images of the past. Like you want to hold on to them forever. And that's really what kind of inspires me to create a lot of what we make in the app, just to kind of give you that feeling of something that's going to last forever. Yeah.
And from a more technical standpoint, and this maybe goes back to the conversation about like how you and Cole determine what your roles are in the company, how does that then come into practice? What are the processes like from, like I said, like the technical aspects of building the app to make sure that these things can come to life?
So technically, yes, I create every single like preset or, grain, or every little thing you see is created by one of us. We go from like getting a ton of inspiration, and then what we'll do is, test on thousands and thousands of images. And really, I think what kind of was our special sauce in the beginning is everything has been tested on so many people and faces. And we're not really, of course we support any kind of photography, but really we're looking at creators. How are they, wanting to create, almost treating it like a beauty brand, something that's going to highlight what's already naturally beautiful in there, but just give it that extra little special sauce. So once we kind of get that inspiration, I'll kind of come up with the look and tones and feels, and I'll test on everything from a professional image to like just an iPhone image. Yeah. I test on a really bad image, because if it can be good on a really bad image, it's going to be great on everything else. And then we'll go and build in the back end. And so a lot of that now, as we've done a lot of film emulation and video things, we've brought in some amazing developers who are helping us kind of build a lot of that technically, because that's all code. Yeah. Which is really fun, because that's leveled up so much of what we've been able to do.
Yeah, definitely. What does the team look like today? You said there are 12 of you, correct?
Yes.
And what is that divided between? What are the different departments at Tezza?
So it's, that's a great question. We have a very small marketing team, but my husband and I are still basically the majority of the marketing team. We have a head of community and content who's running all of our social and very involved with our social. If you DM us, like, she never misses a DM. She is on it. And I feel like people call her our big sister, because she's so cool. Like, when we have events, people just want to talk to her. She's famous. She's just awesome. But then we also have, on the product side, that's where we're really heavy these days. We've really had to build up our developer team, our product managers, people like that. So we're still small, but that's kind of the team. Yeah.